Mem Gimel Amid Beis, Ketz Mevarchim. Amr of Gilal Harav, Hai Samalek, Rashi says Yasmin, Korin Lo Beloshin Yishmael in Arabic. Uhumin Esav is a type of grass. Sheyesh Bo Sholosh Shur Shalon, it has 3 rows of leaves, one on top of another. What bracha do you make? Boire Atzei Besami. Amr of Chanan El Amarav, Hani Chalfi Diyama, another kind of perfume that grew near the ocean. Same bracha. Armar Zutra, Makra. What's the pasuk? Vihi hahaltem hagina. I brought them to the garden.
Yeah.
Vatit menem b'pishtei. We just started. We're on Mem Gimel.
Thank you.
Mem Gimel on the base. Hi Narkom. Rashi says Chavatzelet HaSharon. Also some kind of plant. Diganusum. Avarchan aleh borat sebesam. Also make a borat sebesam. The divra, the narkom that grows in the meadow. Boire asabe besam. That it's the bracha is on asab on get grass. Amar of Sheshes. Hani Sigli. Rashi says violets. Mervarchan alayu boire asabe b'sabi. It's an asab. It's a grass. Amar Marzutra. Haiman de morach be'etroiga o b'chavusha. If you smell an etrog, oimer baruch shenosan reach tov b'peiros. Baruch that if some people on Yom Kippur put because they want to be marben brachos. They want to make sure that there's meya brachos. So they put fruit, they put different, and they go around and make different brachos on very fragrant fruit. You can make the bracha of nosan reich tov b'peros. Amrav Yudai Madanafik b'yamin nisa. When you go out the first time in spring and you see blooming flowers or blooming fruit trees, chazi ilni dikom alavlovli. Omer baruch shloich chiser ba'olamoi klum. This is the bracha that you make in spring on the peros, Berochos peros, once a year. You go out, you see a budding fruit tree, ubara brios toivos, ilonis toivos, and he created beautiful creatures, beautiful trees, lisnos behen, b'nei adam. That's the bracha. Amrav Zutra Bartuvi Amarav. Minayin shemavarchan al hareach. Where is the source in the Torah that you make a bracha on smell? Shenemar, kol haneshama tahalal ka. Ezeu davar shaneshama nehanis b'menu. What is the thing that the neshama itself benefits from? Ve'ena guf neneh. But the body, it's not like we eat something and we taste
benefit,
it.
yeah.
Have you omer reach? So reach goes directly to the neshama. Amar Zutra bar Tuvia Marav Atidim Bachurei Yisrael Shiyudim Reich Tov Kalvanon. That the young man will give a beautiful fragrance, like the Lebanon. Shenamar Yelchu Yoin Koisav, like those that nurse. V'hi kezayis hodov v'reich lo kalvanon. So it's a bracha for the future. Amar Zutra bar Tuvia Marav Mai Dechsiv Es Hakol Asa Yafeh Beito. Hashem made everything perfect in its time. For every creature is the way it is, the way Hashem made it. That's why they say totally korel davar acher. That's like they give the iudide of it. That means they give a beautiful wooden beam to a chazir. The chazir will go down in a mud pit and play around with it. It's used to. It will bring whatever you give it to its environment. So the same thing, because that's what it knows. So Hashem endowed each creature. Each creature is suited for its environment. Avuka kishnai. Carrying a torch at night, right? Because mazikin, the demons, if you walk around at night alone, it can damage you. But if you have a torch with you, then it's as if there are 2 people. Yareach keshlosha. If you have moonlight, it's like 3 people. So Iboila, who asks a question, Avuka Kishnai Bahadi Didei, is the 2 with him and so it means makes a total of 2? Or Dilma Avuka Kishnai Lubar Midei, or maybe a torch is like 2 people except for him. It means 2 plus him is 3. What's the difference? Toshma. V'areach kishlosha, right? Our Brisa said that having the moon is like 3. Now, if you mean 3 with him, I mean the moon is like 2 and him is 1, and you have 3, that's good. If you tell me that if a torch is 2 people except for him, and the moon is 3 people except for him, so arbo lamali, then 3 plus him is 4. What do you need 4 for? Ramar le'echad nira. A demon will appear to a single person, umazik, and he can damage you. L'shnayim nira ve'eno mazik. If there are 2 people walking, so the demon will appear. They can see him, but the 2 people protect, so the demon doesn't do damage. L'shloisha eina nira kol ikar. In front of 3 people, it doesn't appear at all, and certainly doesn't damage. And Allah shlamina avuka kishnayim lahadi didei shlamina. So an avuka is like, it's just like one other person. So the avuka, him and the avuka is 2 people. Or mem gimel, about halfway down. Amid base. Amrav Zujavar Tuvia, Amrav Amila, Amrav Chana Bar Bizna, Amrav Shimon Chasidov, Amila. Some people say it's Amrav Yechni, Mishum Rav Shimon Yochai. Noach Leilo Adam Shiapil Atzmal Toch Kivshana Eish. Better a person should throw himself into a furnace of fire, Vayabim Pnei Chaver Barabim, and avoid embarrassing somebody. Minolan Mi Tamar. We learn this from Tamar. Yehuda's daughter-in-law, Shanamar, Himud says, right? She was pregnant, and they asked who was she pregnant. They thought she was Mizana, so they were going to take her out to Sreifa. And she was willing to be quiet and not to reveal that it was Yehuda, her father-in-law, until Yehuda himself confessed. So she was willing to throw herself into the furnace without, as opposed to embarrassing somebody. So we learn this concept from there. Torah Bana. Reveal a fun of Shemen Vadas. There's a bracha we said for Shemen. There's a bracha for Hadas. So Beishamen, what do you do first? Beishamen Omer Mavarch Ala Shemen, Va'achar Kach Mavarch Ala Hadas. But Beisil Omer no Mavarch Ala Hadas. First you make on the Hadas, then the Shemen. Amar Gamliel Ani Achriya. I will make the compromise. Shemen Zachinu L'Reichol V'Zachinu L'Sichaso. Oil is twofold. We can smell it, we can anoint ourselves with it. Hadas L'Reichol Zachinu. Hadas only has one. L'Sichaso Lo Zachinu. Seems to be Rabbi Gamliel, who is the descendant of Hillel, right? Rabbi Gamliel is the Nasi. He's pasking like Beis Shammai. And on Rav that Shemen gets the bracha first. Not like Beis Hillel. On Rav Yechon halacha k'devra machriya. And Rav Yechon said that halacha is like Rabbi Gamliel. And Rav Papa ikle be Rav Huna, braid Rav Ika, to the home of Rav Huna, the son of Rav Ika. Aisul kamayu Shemen vadas. They brought in front of him Shemen vadas. Shakal Rav Papa took the Hadas first, Beresha, of the Hadar Baruch Hashem, then the Shemen. Don't you hold it that Allah is like Gamliel, who was the compromiser who said that Allah is like Beis Shammai? Amalei Hachi, Amar Rava, Halacha Beis Hillel. Aleph. But Velohi, it's not so. He was sort of justifying himself, is why he said Halacha. Now the Halacha is we pass like Beis Hillel. Like, even though it said, even though the Gemara said beferish, the halach is like the machriya, we paskin like Beis Hillel, like always. That if you have shemen and hadas, you'd make the bracha on the hadas first. Torah bara. If you lifneim shemen v'yayin, if you have shemen v'yayin, b'shemen oimim, oiches hashemen b'yamino, v'sayayin b'smolo. You grab the shemen with your right hand and yayin b'smolo, v'varch l'shemen v'choyzim v'varch l'yayin. Beisil and oiches is sayayin b'yamino v'sashemen b'smolo, and v'varch l'yayin v'choyzim v'varch l'shemen. Which is how we paskin, that you like Beisil again. V'tachol Beroch Hashem. I'm sorry. V'tachol Beroch Hashamash. I guess they grind the shemen on the head of the servant, right? The shamas. The shamas talmid chacham talk about koisel, but if the shamas is talmid chacham, they do it on the ground, on the wall, It it says lo silbash ish gever ish, right? You shouldn't wear a man shouldn't wear women's clothing. So a man walking out perfumed, we're going to see is not correct.
Cologne, men shouldn't wear cologne?
We'll see in a minute.
Okay.
In general, you shouldn't be perfumed. It's a gnai l'tan chacham to do so. So that's why they grounded against the wall, not against him. Torah Bonan. She should vorm gnai l'tan chacham. 6 things that are tam chacham. It's ugly for tam chacham. Al yetze kishum avusim. You shouldn't go out perfumed or shook. And we'll explain all of this. Ba'al yetze chiyuv alayla. You shouldn't go out at night alone. Va'al yetze b'minalima mutula. You shouldn't go out with like galosta shoes, like shoes that are torn apart.
Yeah.
Vayisaper misha b'shuk. He shouldn't be seen speaking with women in the marketplace. Vayesa b'chabur shel ameyaretz. He shouldn't have a su'uda and recline with ameyaretz. Vayikanis b'achron al beis hamedrash. He shouldn't be the last person into the yeshiva. V'yesh oimim af lo yafsia psia gasa. He shouldn't take broad steps, very haughty way of walking. Vayihalach b'kom eskufa. Don't walk with your head too high. Now, we're going to analyze all the things we mentioned. He shouldn't go out perfumed in the market. Why not? It means he shouldn't go to play like a homosexual bar and hang out there,
West Hollywood.
because then people will be choshed him in Mishkav Zachar. Amrav Sheshes, lo yamar ela bevigdo.
Don't say.
Now, what Harold asked, that means people used to perfume their garments. So that's a problem. Aval begufo zeyama avrele, but he could put perfume on his body because that's taking away the smell from sweat. Amrav Papa, the syro kavigdo dummy, but putting perfume in your hair is like putting it on your garment, which is not. You shouldn't do that. I mean, other people say it's kagufo dummy. It's machlokes whether sar is like the goof or like the big. Mishum chashda, shouldn't go at night. Also, not because of mazik, because of people will be choshid him that he's going for an illicit znus. V'lo yamaran ela delo kavia leidna. But that's if it isn't known that he has a certain date that he set up a time meeting with somebody. Aval kavia leidna maybe other leidna because if it's well known that he has an appointment at that time, then it's not a problem if he goes out at night. How do you know he didn't make up that he has an appointment with somebody?
Maybe he's on the phone talking to somebody.
And it says balayla.
Balayla.
Okay.
But how's he smell?
Why you'd say biminali ima matulaim? Shouldn't go out with shoes that are like falling apart. B'sayla Rav Chia Barava Dam Rav Chia Barava Gedai l'tav l'chochem sheyetze biminali matulaim. That it's ugly. Amy, it's not so. Rav Chia Barava nothing. He did go out. Amar Marzutra Beit Rav Nachman Tlo al Gabi Tloy. Guess there were shmatas on top of shmatas.
Patch over the patch.
Yeah, patches over patches. That's bad. Loya Maron Ela Bepanta. Rashi says, Anpunya. It's up on your leg. Aval begildo leslambo. On your heel, it's okay. Ubepanta lo, even on your leg, it's not a problem. Ela beurcha. That's if you're out in the street. Aval bebesa leslambo. But it's like it's house shoes, it's like slippers. I guess it's okay. Lo yamar al b'masachama, and it's forbidden to do it in the summer. With masach shami less than bon, because if you yes, that happens because hatit mechaseyu. Oh, then you don't see it because the mud is covering it. People don't see the patches.
Rabbi Stevenson ran for president one time, and he was sitting there and had
Oh, yeah.
he had a hole in the shoe.
He crossed his
That's what
legs.
They played that all the time. That's how he lost them.
I
because he had
remember
a hole
that.
in his shoes.
Yeah, he crossed his leg, and you could see the bottom of his sole had a hole. You're right.
Shoes.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Well, 1952,
It's a
1956,
Democrat.
52 and 56.
Yeah.
Same
He
person.
was a bachelor.
Val
He
Yisaper
was also a
Ish-
bachelor.
Huh?
He was also a bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so people, yeah, he's a bachelor.
He was a bachelor.
Yeah, right.
Adlai Stevenson. Remember him?
He was the ambassador to the UN
Yes.
during the Cuban Missile
He was
Crisis.
very well spoken. Yeah, Democrat.
Val Yisaper Misha B'Shuk. Shouldn't be seen speaking with ladies in the market. Amar Chizah Afilu Hi Ishto, even his wife, he shouldn't be seen. Tanya Mahachi, Afilu Hi Ishto, Afilu Hi Bito, Afilu Achoiso, even his daughter, even his sister. Lefi Sheina Kol Bekim Bekrevoso. It's like Marsayan. Not everybody knows who this person is, but then it's his relative. By Yosef Chabur Shalom Haaretz, he shouldn't be mesiv by Seuda with Amei Haaretz, my time. Dilma Osilam Shuchim Basrai, he'll follow in their ways. He'll be Moishech after them. By Yikanes Achron al Beis HaMedrash, he shouldn't come in last to the yeshiva. He shouldn't be Korle Posheya. They'll call him, he's lazy, he's not learning properly. He shouldn't take big steps. Don't remember. Psia Gasa, Noitelas Echad mi 500 mi more ain't of shalom. I mean, tough kuf is 400 and 100, it's 500. It means if you take a big step, it removes 1/500th of your eyesight. So I learned is in one of the Chassidish Sfarim that when you make Kiddush Friday night, you should look at the Neiros, 2 Neiros, because Nair is 250, and when you make Kiddush and you look at the Neiros, it restores, if you happen to have taken that week, a Psia Gasa, and you had lost 1/500th of your sight, Nair, B'Gematria is 250, so 2 Neiros is 500, it restores your, restores your sight.
When you do the Berochos or
When you
whole
make the Kiddush,
The whole Kiddush?
Yom HaShishi, and when you, Yom HaShishi and the Kiddush, yeah. You don't have to stare at it, you
Look at it.
look at it, you look at it.
And do you also take the label off your eyeglasses that says plus 1.75? That also helps.
That's good. Now, Maita Kante, Lahadre B'Kedusha de Beishimshi, that you return it when you're shoysa koishal kiddush b'Shabbos b'layla. So Rashi learns it's when you drink the yayin. But I saw somewhere that you look at the Neiros as well. That's what does it. Vayalach b'kom eskufa, you should not walk, with your head up too high. Do'amar mar, hamahalach b'kom eskufa filo arba amos. Even if you do it arba amos, kilu doichek ragla shchina, it's like you're pushing the shchina away. T'chsiv. We said, we landed after yesterday. Kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. Maloch la'aretz kvodah. Hashem fills the whole universe, the whole space. So when you walk that way, you're pushing away the Shekhinah's covered as well.